today on KiddNation TV.
Welcome to Evans Manor.
Joining us on the show right now is a true American hero.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
So we're just going to do this out. We're singing a song about dumb injuries.
Dumb injuries, and so one...
Because Mandy Moore injured herself in the shower, and
Right.
so last week we talked about that. Her husband, who's the lead singer of Dawes, the band, made a song for her because he was on the road.
Right.
So we came across a scenario that was sent to us by Kayla about how she hurt herself, and so I thought I would write a little song about it. To Blake Shelton's I Lived It. The Don Cheadles, ladies and gentlemen. Needed a job to buy a few things. Started working down at Burger King in charge of fries and onion rings. She thought the deep fryer was a friend. Deep fryers can't fry unless the grease is hot. Thermometer will tell you if it's hot or not. Warned her, but that didn't mean squat. Held it in her hand over the oil. Grease was starting to boil. Oh, somehow she dropped the thermometer. Can't imagine how much it hurted her. She tried to catch it with her hand. Oh, hand went in the hot grease. She yelled out profanities, couldn't believe what she had done. All for a Whopper with cheese, 350 degrees. It was hotter than Hades, but she won't do that again. Man, she burned it.
I know.
Wow. Saw where it was going.
I want to smash the guitar. It's so good.
Wow.
Oh.
Ow.
Oh, you
Yeah.
want to smash the guitar? Your performance was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel bad for her, too.
Do we have
Is she
Kayla?
okay?
Why don't you ask her? She's on the phone with us
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh.
First of all, Kayla, are you okay?
I'm fine. Good
Okay.
morning.
Hi, Kayla.
Wow.
So you just instinctively wanted to grab the thermometer that had slipped and
Into the boiling grease.
Yeah. So it was one of the very first jobs I had. I was probably 16 or 17. I was a cook at Burger King.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do in the morning, you come in at like 4 o'clock in the morning and you change the grease in all the fryers. You either filter it if it's still kind of good or you completely change it. Well, to test that, you have a little like eyedropper and you test the grease to see if it's okay. And well, the eyedropper's glass. You know what I'm talking about, the glass and
Yeah,
rubber.
yeah.
Well, when grease gets up in that, it slipped out. So I tried to catch it before it hit the fryer.
yeah.
And I just over, shot it, and I just dipped my hand right in the fryer.
Oh!
My
What?
entire hand.
What kind of burn are we talking about here? 3rd degree?
3rd degree on a few little spots. They were actually really surprised at the emergency room because when I told them what happened, that all the doctors were baffled. They were like, I don't understand how your hand is not one huge 3rd degree burn.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
And right now, you're everything's good now. The hand's working. Everything.
No, yeah, my hand's fine. I mean, I went to the doctor. Of course, it was really swollen and horrible. They, but it wasn't too bad.
Well, Kayla, congratulations on being the one that Big Al thought would be the best song.
Yes. All for a Whopper with cheese, 350 degrees. It was hotter than Hades, but she won't do that again. Man, she burned it.
I know.
Hi. Welcome to Evans Manor. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Alan.
We're married. Come on into our house. Alan and I just celebrated our 1-year wedding anniversary on July 1st, and together we have 4 children.
Where are the 4 children?
Well, they are off play dates and camps and all sorts of fun stuff, so we can have some private time, just us. But we're gonna show you a little bit around the house and let you know what we're working on. First, we're gonna start with this room. This is what you call, the Hall of the People?
I don't know why I call it that.
Why do you call it that?
I don't know. But this is the podcast room. And here's all our sophisticated podcast equipment.
Yeah, it's real fancy operation.
Real fancy operation.
If you haven't checked it out, A Sandwich and Some Lovin', available on iTunes and Google Play.
This is a bar that I have had forever.
Every week when we do the podcast, we have a little something something from the bar.
We have a little something something. But one thing I wanted to show you that's on this bar.
Oh my gosh.
This is the
ugliest thing we own.
But I love it.
It doesn't go with anything.
But it goes with everything.
So this is Alan's office. It's still a work in progress.
Kelly, she had this painting commissioned for me. This was actually drawn by a guy named Carl Hollowell, and he happens to be my tattoo artist too.
It's supposed to be me.
So that's an homage to Kelly.
It's an homage.
There's Kelly.
And I had to put a shirt on her because we have children. You know, traditional tattoo art, she would be, you know, boobies out, but we can't do that with the children.
And I love this picture so much, I had this same picture, I had it actually tattooed on my arm.
I don't happen to be the best or most enthusiastic cook in the world, but this kitchen is pretty awesome. Everybody's very impressed by our Viking range, which we use sometimes, I'll be honest. Mostly we use the microwave. That's a big favorite here in the house.
Oh, babe.
Oh, Alan's very, very proud of his new Keurig.
We have to have this.
And he's like the nerd that likes to do his own, grind his own beans and stuff like that.
My bean grinder right here.
Oh, and my Tupperware drawer. And I didn't even organize this because I knew y'all were coming. I keep it like this all the time, but I keep all the lower parts there and all the lids up here.
It's a lot of Tupperware.
I put out a lovely spread and used my leftover 4th of July paper goods for the camera crew. You're welcome. I love trunks, old trunks, and this, yeah, I might want to mention. My great, possibly extra great, it might just be great-great-grandmother.
3 greats?
It's either 2 or 3 greats.
That is an old trunk.
Yeah, this was a steamer trunk that she used to travel with. And,
Isn't that crazy?
So we keep it as sort of like an end table. We have another little bar here.
I wonder if everyone thinks we drink a lot.
It looks like it, doesn't it? I did a little shopping today. You know, people need toilet paper.
We go through a lot of toilet paper.
We go through a lot of toilet paper. 6 people, we go through
a lot of everything.
We do.
But especially toilet paper.
Yeah. And now to the master bedroom.
This is where all the magic happens.
Oh, everybody says that when they do those house tours. So,
Magician.
Alan thought he wanted a king bed when we first got married because we're big people. But we went on vacation somewhere that had a king bed. He was so sad that he didn't touch me all night. He said, "You were so far away from me."
Because we always have to be touching.
We always have to be touching because we're still in the honeymoon phase of the relationship.
Oh, yes.
And this is the master bathroom, and everybody always likes to see the closet, right? So.
Stick around after the break.
Joining us on the show right now is the true American hero.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I think it's about time to have a glass of wine myself.
It is, babe. Want to head to Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach, thanks to Visit Florida?
Enter our watch and win game now.
Just text WAVES to 31996 by midnight Central on Sunday to enter.
Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach, good vibes only at the area's newest luxury resort.
Welcome back. In case you missed it before the break,
Hi! Welcome to Evans Manor. This is my husband, Alan Evans.
Alan.
Come on into our house. Everybody always likes to see the closet, right? So.
This is all I have, folks.
That's not true. That's a lie. Alan actually found this at a dumpster. Somebody had thrown it away. It had one broken leg.
Nothing wrong with dumpster diving.
There's all my shoes and stuff. Yeah, we don't care. I love a good deal. I love free. Oh, and this is the hat that he
Which one? Oh, that's your Brett
He
Michaels hat.
hates this hat. I think that's cute too, right? He hates my hat.
Grumpy.
So that's pretty much the downstairs, except for the laundry room, the garage. Oh, but you wanted to show them what was in the garage.
We can.
Okay, you want to see what's in the garage?
So here it is. This is called a slingshot. It looks like a Batmobile. It's got 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the back. This is the world's biggest Hot Wheels. You know, in theory, it's a little safer, I guess, than a motorcycle, but you still feel like you're kind of out in the open. And it's fast, too. It'll really move, so I like that.
Another part of the house we're really excited to show you is our oasis.
Now, between Kelly and I am the more outdoorsy person.
Well, why would you say that, babe?
It's just kind of got an Asian kind of Zen garden feel to it. But I love, love, love the outdoors, so this space is perfect. Oh, here's another thing we can show you. Now we have this little area, and we have our coffee here in the mornings.
On the weekends, of course, not during the week.
Yeah, in the evenings we have our wine. So
Speaking of.
I think it's about time to have a glass of wine myself.
It is, babe.
So maybe we should have a glass of wine, and maybe these guys can kind of
Yeah, I'm sure you can show your
be on their merry way.
Now let me kind of explain a little bit of the equipment, what does everything, what makes the show sound like a radio show. This is a little black thing here. This is the instant replay, because it says instant replay right there. This is like a little touch screen.
It's not.
Okay, this is the board, what they call the board. The board slides up and down, and then these little things here show you what this does, all right? Oh, this is the phone. Probably seen one of these, you might have one at home.
You know what I call this?
What?
My job security.
Yeah.
Joining us on the show right now is a true American hero.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
This man owns the world record for the largest cupcake ever baked. It weighed in at 61.4 pounds. Try to do that in your kitchen, Mom.
Wow.
See what you can do. Welcome to the show, Chef Duff Goldman.
Oh.
How's it going, guys?
Hi.
Hi, buddy.
They actually took away my my Guinness Book of World Records for the largest cupcake.
Oh, well, screw them.
Really?
JC,
Yeah.
you'd feel his pain.
Yeah,
No,
they
it was
took mine
funny
too.
because I was just making fun of the Guinness Book of World Records on TV, so they took away my award.
Oh, it wasn't that somebody beat it. It's they just took it away because they didn't like you.
For trash talking?
Yeah, I was smack
What?
talking. Well, because it was a funny situation. I actually had the cops called on me when I made that cake. I was in the Mall of America, and I snuck some fireworks that I got from like a stand in Pennsylvania, and I lit it in the middle of the mall, and like all the fire engines came, and because I didn't, it was a lot of smoke, and so then I got in trouble.
You didn't go to jail though, did you?
I didn't actually go to jail, but I almost lit another one after all the firemen left, and then I would have gone to jail, but there was a sheriff there that persuaded me not to do that.
Wow. Well, you don't want to go to jail just for cupcake. What you in for now? I made a big old cupcake.
So Duff, Jenna has an issue with you, and she'd like to bring it up right now.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
Well, if you remember, many moons ago, you asked me via Twitter, because we follow each other, to promote one of your shows that was coming out. And I said I would be happy to do that in exchange for a personal baking lesson, because I don't even cook well, but I love to bake pies and I love to bake cakes. I said I will promote your show with my Twitter following if you teach me how to bake a cake like from scratch. And you were like, sure, no problem. And then, what happens? Oh, I'm just busy.
More KiddNation TV after the break.
Just for watching KiddNation TV all this week, you could fly off to the Hard Rock Hotel Daytona Beach for good vibes and great times at the area's newest luxury resort. Experience the panoramic ocean views, legendary amenities, and modern luxury. Live large in the front row at one of America's most famous beaches. Text the word WAVES to 31996 by midnight Central on Sunday to enter for this 3-night getaway thanks to Visit Florida.
Welcome back to KiddNation TV.
Many moons ago, you asked me via Twitter, because we follow each other, to promote one of your shows that was coming out. And I said I would be happy to do that in exchange for a personal baking lesson, because I don't even cook well, but I love to bake pies and I love to bake cakes. I said I will promote your show with my Twitter following if you teach me how to bake a cake like from scratch. And you were like, sure, no problem. And then, what happens? Oh, I'm just busy. I promoted his show.
When's the date, Duff?
Oh, man. Okay, well, where do you live?
Dallas, Texas.
All right. I mean, are you ever in LA?
I can come to LA if you're going to teach me to make a cake.
Okay, if you come to LA, we can bake anything you want. You guys want to learn how to make a donut cake?
I do want to learn how to make the donut cake.
Yeah, what does this entail?
Okay, well, basically, like, what you do is get a cake, and then you can get a bunch of donuts and decorate the cake with the donuts.
Okay, I gotta try it.
I'm in on that late night. Yeah.
We're chatting with Duff Goldman, the cupcake king, basically.
Yeah.
And how did you propose to your girl, Duff? What did you put on her finger?
I didn't have her because it happened really fast. Like I just realized I was in love and I needed to ask her to marry me like right away. And so I didn't have a ring, I didn't have anything. And you know, I'm a cook, so I went in the kitchen and I had some butcher's twine. And so I made her a ring out of butcher's twine, and she still said yes. So I told my dad that, and he was like, "You marry that girl right now."
Is it possible to make a lifelike cake? You know, to look like me naked and put it in bed for my wife?
Oh my weirdo.
I mean, you know, it is possible, but I try to only make cakes that are attractive.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it is possible.
Drop the mic.
We're friends.
Shots fired.
Fired all the time.
Yeah, to be a very small cake.
We brought in our in-house game show host, Nick Adams, for this next segment.
What up, Nick?
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Our pleasure.
Don't get too nervous. We're about to play the shout-out game.
That makes me nervous.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
And the shout-out game, here's how it works. I'm going to read a scenario, and if it applies to you, say shout-out. So who has been arrested?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Oh, wow. Everyone has a shout-out.
No, everyone
Oh,
did
sorry.
not.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Except
Not
Kelly.
Miss Goody Two-Shoes.
You did not even close one time?
We toilet papered a teacher's house, and we were riding back by to look at, what we had done.
Return to the scene of the
He
crime.
pulled
I
us
got
over
you.
and said, "Just letting you know,
Uh-huh.
if your teacher decides to file a complaint, you could get in a lot of trouble, young lady."
So, Jenna, tell us about the time you got arrested.
Mugshot and everything. Right?
I was at an Allman Brothers concert,
Love almonds.
and my friends and I were asking older men to buy us beer, and undercover cops saw the whole thing and arrested 4 of them. So I
see?
spent my entire summer making thousands of sandwiches for people whose lives had been ruined by drug and alcohol addiction.
JC, when did you get arrested?
It was actually when I had just started doing radio, and I was helping the morning show, and I ended up missing my shift because I had gone to a D12 concert with my friend.
Nice.
With my roommate and his girl, and some guy decided to start talking to my buddy's girl, and then when my buddy came over to say, "Hey, that's my girlfriend," he's a really nice guy, the guy got in his face and started pushing my roommate. My right hand did something, and then so the police got me,
Okay.
and then so I had to go to anger management.
Big Al, when did you get arrested?
Well, mine was a few years back, and I wrote a check. They sent me something in the mail that said you owe the video, check bounced, and you owe the $1.97 or whatever it was for the video. You owe a fine, and now it's escalated to the justice of the peace. So I went back to the grocery store, and I paid for the video, and I paid that little fine. Justice of the peace, they'll never find me. Oh yeah, they found me just like they found everybody in Cops. I had on a wife beater shirt.
Don't act like this is an episode of Cops.
I had on a wife beater shirt. They know, "Hey, you Al Mack?" "Yeah. We have a warrant for your arrest." "Oh no, I'm not him." They arrested me, and I went to jail.
The worst episode of Cops ever.
My name is Nick Adams. I'm the associate producer for the Kid Craddock Morning Show, and I've been here for almost 10 years now, and I'm one of the lucky ones. I grew up listening to this show every morning on the way to school. This show made me want to get involved in radio, and one summer before I graduated from Texas A&M, I interned here, and then right when I was graduating, about 2 weeks before, I didn't know what I was gonna do. Kid Craddock called me and said, "Hey, you wanna come work with us?" And I've been here ever since. You know, when you say you want to get into radio, working at the Kid Craddock Morning Show is somewhere that you want to end up in your career after you work for 5-10 years. You want to end up being there one day. And I'm just so lucky that this is my first job that I got to start here. One of the ways that our job is so different is I like to think about the things that I stress about. I stress about maybe a joke not being that funny. Maybe a fart joke wasn't funny that day. But my wife, she's an accountant. She goes and stresses over millions of dollars that have to be accounted for these giant building projects. So it's great. Like, look at what a fun job I have. I'm worrying about fart jokes. So as an associate producer, I assist our executive producer, Robert, AKA White Cheddar, and we really just try and get the show off the ground every single day. So maybe that's scheduling the show, maybe that's booking some of our fun celebrity guests. One of the things that I love the most about my job, it really is a job where you go and you do make a difference in other people's lives. You know, no, we're not solving world hunger or anything like that, but hopefully we get to make them smile and make their day a little bit better. Welcome back to KiddNation TV.
Hey, what's up? It's Part-Time Justin. Here we are at High Fives. We're about to celebrate our first premiere for KiddNation TV. Big Al, are you excited?
I'm very excited. Who are you wearing?
Oh, I am wearing H&M and H&M and H&M.
H&M, okay. Are those the only 2 letters in the alphabet as far as you know?
Oh, definitely for sure. Now, tonight's the premiere. What are you most excited for seeing?
I want to see me.
Are you nervous for the premiere tonight?
So nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you most nervous about?
Al. Big Al Mack embarrassing us.
You know, they say TV adds 50 pounds.
Yeah.
On me, it added like 100.
Oh, no. What are you most excited for tonight?
Oh, just to be here with you guys, see what you wear. I mean, you never know what you're going to wear.
Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. The show's starting, and we're about to watch it right now. Let's go. How's the show going?
It was so good. Love seeing behind the scenes. Everybody's so beautiful, especially you.
Oh, thank you very much. And who's your favorite cast member?
I love you the most, but Kellie, I love her realness. She just gives it to me in the morning.
What are you most excited for this TV show premiere?
I was excited for people to finally get to see it. We've been talking about KiddNation TV for so long, and the best is yet to come. This is just a little taste. It's going to get better. You know, we're getting more comfortable in front of the camera again. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stick with us.
The TV show was absolutely amazing, as we knew it would be. Just seeing you guys take your talents from the studio onto the big screen is just what they finally needed to do.
And how long have you been listening to the Kidd Craddock Morning Show?
I got here in '94, so really about the same time Kellie Rasberry got here, I started listening.
Now, what does it take to be part of television, and do you think we have it?
We'll see. We'll see if the ratings come back.